Hello and welcome back to Bricking It, and today we'll be working on the updated redesign of our Divination classroom. So let's get started. So we're going to start out with some tiling of the floor. We're going for a fully tiled floor on this version, just to make it look like a more complete module. The previous version of Divination classroom was built as this one is on an 8x16, but it was a standard height, and for this version we're actually going up through the height of 2 modules, so that's going to be 16 bricks tall, just so we can get a bit more of a feel of the area and the extra space available in the Divination classroom. That last version also made use of these stickers that came in the Hogwarts Moments book, and it was largely built around using them to fill in the background detail of the module. We had 2 large panels, one up in the office which was above, which was a separate 8x8 module, and the other one down in the classroom, and they kind of ran together, sort of connected, so we took advantage of that detail. But here we're going to be brick building all of that detail as we go up the side of the classroom. So our floors are in, and here I'm starting to build the wall. You can just see on the base there those dark tan pieces with the curves, just to replicate those curved tiered seating areas for the students. Here we're just going to start popping in the walls using my old brick case design that I've used in any number of modules so far, just to fill in a bit more detail. I was going to put the teacups in and have a big stack of teacups. The Lego teacup is a largely incompatible piece. It's much bigger, so I've just used this sticker here from the old set just to tie it to the old module, but also to give it a bit of colour in the background. So the layout of this isn't quite like the correct set from the movies. I am putting in this central pillar, and the balcony above in the films is held up by the gargoyle, but again providing a bit of continuity between the original set and this new build. I'm going to use this owl in tan in place of the gargoyle. Now this wall is going to be proper tall. This is the main unbroken run all the way from the ground up to 16 bricks high, and here we start putting in the first of our drapes. So we're building it in just here into the wall, using that 1x2 to hold it in place. Windows are built on their side using the snot technique, just held on with a few of these snot bricks, just because they filled out the space available just a little better if they were on their side. And it does mean we have to use another bit of snot design just to even up that wall and keep everything aligned. A couple more stop bricks on the side here, and they're going to hold some of our drapes a little later in the build. So adding some more of the curtains and drapery, using parts from that original Hogwarts Moments set. This piece here is just going to sit on top of the bookshelves. It's unsecured at the moment, but once we put the office floor in, that'll all be held in place. So on one side of the classroom, we've got that tall window and we go all the way up to the top. And the other side is going to be our balcony and office space. Now, because I've had to fudge the geography of the office and I haven't got the stairs, this archway just leads into darkness, and obviously if you looked at the building that would clearly lead outside the castle. Using some colourful bricks on the back here, because this is an ugly build at the back, no one's going to see it, it's up against the wall, so I'm not too worried about what colour bricks we use. Now, part of my objective during this build was to not buy any new bricks. I got a fairly extensive selection of parts available, and I really wanted to use up as much of the bits and bobs that I already had. It meant I had to make a few compromises. Like my tables aren't dark red, already one of those draped with dark red cloth, but only had browns and tans available, so that's what I used. Also explains the colourful bricks at the back. Just capping off the archway here, using some dark red slopes, just because there's not much of the dark red up in that area of the build, so it just helps unify the two halves together. In fact, that snot brick I just put in there at the edge of the balcony initially was for another drape, but because I didn't want to buy any more bricks to do this build, well, I've ended up with a yellow chair for a start. And I also didn't quite have enough red curved slopes just to fill it in. But when I go back to buying, I'll fill that spot in. So this is how we create the top of the main curtain. Got another bit here. And I'm using a mixture of dark orange, dark red and bright red. Just for the different colours. This one's a different style. This one based on plates rather than bricks. That's just going to fill in that long wall there just to get some of that dark red colour in. Pop our owl back in, supporting the balcony. And here's where we get a bit of colour, using all three colours just to provide a dash under there. It's not easy to see and it's a little gloomy. So let's bring in Professor Trelawney, our crystal balls and our students, and fill up our classroom. So the classroom area and the top are fairly separate, but just to make it look like one continuous piece, I've made the big golden lamp, Turkish style lamp, that just hangs from the ceiling. I'm just going to clip that in here. And that's really going to tie the two halves, top and bottom, together with that bit of detail that straddles both areas. It really does make the whole piece look a lot more cohesive. While we tile off the top, and we are ready to call this new module done. So, there we are. This is our redesigned Divination tower for my new iteration of my Hogwarts MOC. If you've enjoyed this video, then please do leave us a like. And if you'd like to see more Hogwarts MOC modules, then please subscribe to Bricking It. Bye bye.